Who wants to keep running? The side will put him down, but it only takes the Aegis the Immortal. VP.
Naku, lakad mo to tol!
We'll have to kind of watch it. You need to keep track of that Tiny's blink and sort of avoid being isolated. If they group up around Tiny, it's not going to be as bad. And GXR, they go into the morph, counter for the gyro, morph into him, get flak, you're a lot better than Gyrocopter there.
And that's great pos 5 play, mind you. Like, Grims is doing a great job, and he understands what he needs to do in this lane. Just kind of be the heals for Bing, as now he's going to get dive shots. Perfect, KYXY. Landing him right on target.
He needs to keep stalling out the game, which is super awkward, although Stampede.
Oh, they've got the bot lane. Van trying to Stampede away. This time Alacrity.
Cautious, but some TPs are coming in to help back him up now.
They're already strength morphing just in case. He'll go after that T1. Agimorph again. He's going to be careful, but now your snowball's in. KYXY wants to start the fight, but he kind of just punched himself. Despite Carapace was there in time from Eris, and now KYXY will be chased down and eventually taken out.
And that's a much bigger target to take.
Fair enough. Mid lane, zip in, Alacrity, he's got the Centaur again, and with the shards out, it's going to be a nice easy kill as Eris now shows up. Was underneath Sentry Vision for a second, but they weren't able to hold him down, and still able to kind of keep up with the pace as mid lane now. Jamesy's gone. That's the mid Tiny.
As well.
And again, mid lane needs to be a little bit cautious here. KYXY gonna have his smoke broken and Alacrity is right in, but Eris is around with an impel, but he completely whiffs it. I think he only hit one. Eris still gonna get stunned up himself now by the morph, but they are gonna try and fight this one out. Mizu, he's into the backside. Van's gonna try and chase him, but misses the hoof stop. Meanwhile, Paulison, he'll be the first one to drop on the Visage. Now KYXY in danger. Cookie, not gonna save him either. As a Bing continues to chase him down, but the fight will continue. James, he finds another target in the form of 343. Triangle early. Nevertheless, they're still going to be able to take down this tier 2 tower, unless GXR want to try and go for a fight. They're thinking about it. It is a very hard team fight to take, though, it looks like, as your tier 2's already almost gone. They do glyph it up. That he's going to be targeted. They'll get one, but a massive impale out from Eris now, and the call down from a Bing with the BKB out. Do they have enough damage? Snapfire kisses in. A Bing now with the BKB just going to TP away, and Jamesy gonna get zipped on by Alacrity, and that should be your Tiny gone.
Find a way to control him. Doesn't go defensive also.
Trying to play the bait. He is already dead, however. KYXY, he tried to jump into turn, but there's too many heroes around. Van, he'll go for the Stampede in. KYXY, he has been left behind. He'll try to snowball. Alacrity gonna move back in now with the BKB charge back onto Van, but they don't have the damage output. Instead, they'll try onto the Tiny with the avalanche toss. Mizu will be able to get one, but now Van is right back in with the hoof stomp. But do you have the damage for that big morphling? It doesn't look like it. Just gonna back Eris, a great impale out from the Nyx Assassin, but again, Mizu is still gonna be able to walk out. They do get 343 instead. Back into Eris now with the avalanche, but the Spike Carapace is there. 4-3 with a bit of a cheeky sentry ward of the Ancient Cap. Do have a bit of a feeling it's a bit too late for that. Aegis does expire, Mizu gonna have his smoke broken. Eris is there with the Vendetta. They want that mid-tier 1 tower, but now the Stampede's out into the hoof stop. Van, he found two already. The snowball is there. They might be able to turn now. Van's in trouble on the center again. He might die, and does. Alacrity able to take him out. Mortimus is in. A Bing still moving forward. I'm not 100% sure about this. But so, I suppose he still does have the BKB up. Jamesy gets a kill onto 343, but it's not really worth his own life. And now the shards out, locking them all in. Mizu just gonna have his way with the gyrocopter and the Tiny. This is not great news. Cignal, they need to back out ASAP. A Bing, a nice impale out from Eris, but it's not gonna be enough. The gyrocopter's still in massive trouble as KYXY's back in with the tag team, and they'll find another. A Bing goes down. Grim still trying to run, but KYXY is still trying to just chase him down, the Keeper of the Light. It was a really nice shards out from KYXY, not to make the jump in. Jamesy Down 3-4-3, Avalanche out a little bit late there, 3-4-3, he's going to survive the combo, and now the Visage Familiars stunning them up. They found the Nyx Assassin, that'll be Eris gone, call down, it's going to be up from a Bing onto the Visage, but I don't think the side of GXR really care about him. A Bing now going to have to try and find out Mizu. There's your shards out again, KYXY locking in a Bing, he just didn't learn his lesson. Van now has been caught trying to kill Paulison, but he just can't get the damage out. Because that would be hilarious to watch. Satanic now up on Mizu as well, John. Even with the Eye of Skarding and the Gyrocopter, this could be a big timing now as Mizu. He's going to go right in onto a Bing. There's your Flak Cannon. Jump in, Avalanche toss, Impale all out. Mizu, look at the flags just flying out onto everyone from the side of Cignal Ultra. They cannot sustain themselves. It is just way too much damage as Mizu is back in now onto Jamesy underneath the T4 towers. They are just diving them all the way. There is no threat here from the side of Cignal Ultra. They will find the fourth one. The game's over. Will they call it?
Oh, they're holding on. Respawns are half a minute, but... Ah, Grims.
It's a full team wipe. And of course, GXR, they realize they could just go straight for the T4 towers, and there's your GG call being made now. Cignal, they have seen enough. And we talked about this during the draft phase, John. You couldn't really afford to fall behind with this draft.
You just have to consider the choices for turning into. I think Dazzle is going to be really nice. Like, you turn into him, you get out Poison Touch, you run people down. Turning into the Axe is also pretty big, and Cignal Ultra do go into Shadow Shaman. So, it's an interesting way to close out. We do have our Tricore. It is Abbing Axe, so it's the safe lane Axe coming through, who does get that little advantage. Take a look at bot. You have KYXY and Van, they're making a move.
He's in with the tag team. Van has to be very careful about that, and he does go down. Time. I believe he had just barely enough time, but bot lane, Paulison, he's going to survive. KYXY going to move in, and another nice shards. Van is trapped in again. It feels like deja vu from game one already, as Alacrity now just going to chase down the Slaughter in the river with a haste rune, and Van is slowly but surely is just going to die.
More narrow on the lanes even, so you just have to really watch that spacing out, and you just build on top of it. Mizu though,
gotta be careful. A Bing still has a skill point for call if he wants to commit it. But now he will hold on to it. Mizu's still trying to man up. There's your Strength Morph out. He does go for the call, but the rotations are in GXR. They kill off a Bing, and now they found Grims. That's a very nice rotation there from Alacrity. Apart from that, I do question how much the Blade Mail will do. There's Jamesy now. Bottom lane, gonna kill off Paulison, but it's gonna cost his own life for this. Van's trying to come in and help out, but it's all too late. Eris, he gets a Hex off. They'll get KYXY for their trouble. But Alacrity, he should be just fine to Remnant out of here. They do. Mid lane, meanwhile, the TP back in from the Slaughter. They want to try and go for this fight and just try and defend the T1, but now Eris, he's been caught out again. Another perfect shot. KYXY going to get cookied away. They'll try and chase him down, but it looks like he's going to be just fine for now, as Paulson will heal him up. Van is going to keep moving in for the Observer Ward, but now he's been caught out. Mortem's Kisses have been committed. He is completely surrounded and gone. Remnant forward, Alacrity, he's found another target. A Bing is going to get chains up. Shards are going to be up. He could run back to the triangle, but he will run towards the northwest instead. But that will not work out in his favor. Bookie off the mark this time, but it doesn't matter.
No, they definitely can't. They've got to play early, hit these spikes. They've got the Blink and Abbing. They're smoked up around that. Maybe they can make a big call work out here.
They need to help Van right now. There's your call out of Bing. That's a big one. On to 3 heroes. Paulison, he is still going to be alive. The false promise there, KYXY. Buying enough time. They still get the dunk, however. Bing gets there. Alacrity going to take a regen room, but he is out of mana. Jamesy, he'll keep the chase up. Alacrity can't Remnant away. It's a bit of a bait Remnant there, but they know about it. Bing going to be able to get the dunk off. A massive call in from the Axe. 3-4-3, he's still around. Cookie, not going to be enough. They get the Hex off. That'll be a triple for being 3 dunks in a row, and
Their way, although Van seems to be aware, but he doesn't have a blink here.
he doesn't, but he has a river jump. And that might just be enough as he moves in. KYXY and Mizu gonna get stunned up. There's a big, but what a great cookie. 3-4-3, saving the day again for Mizu. He might die himself, but it'd be well worth it as they commit the Laguna as well to get the Snapfire, but now a Bing dropping so darn low. Shellograve there, but is it gonna be enough? He is still stuck. The Aegis on the deck. Who does it go to? Where is it, Grims? Grims not Dazzle. He denies the Aegis off. They do on GXR. Cignal Ultra need to be pretty careful here as they're moving into Van. There's your Snowball and the Shards out, and that is going to be a very dead fish unless the Shallow Grave, it makes it in time. Maybe they have time to turn this one around as a Bing. He gets the call off, but there's your false promise. Mizu just can't die in that, and now Alacrity will move right on forward onto the Axe. Bing, he's going to try and run. It's not looking great for him though. They will Shallow Grave up and that might be just enough time, but now Eris, he's going to be the one to drop. They are right into the Radiant base. There goes the Bing on the Axe. And GXR now, they might have to go back and get a tier 2 tower.
Gobble up saves, although.
Smoke up, KYXY gonna spawn out Van, blinks away, Alacrity, he'll be the one to move in, and there's your Shards. It'll block in the Slider and block everyone else out. They can't get into help. Bing, he jumped in. I'm not sure about this Bing. He is losing so much HP. They get the Shallow Grave off in time, but now Alacrity's right in on the supports. He'll get Eris down. Jamesy, he's trying to fight. Mizu with the false promise is gonna be just fine. He'll jump back into Jamesy. But Mizu is going to survive through the false promise, and now KYXY back in onto Van, gets another kill. Grims, he's going to pretend he's Roshan and hope they don't notice the difference. He will watch Jamesy die, and now they should spot him out eventually in that fog spot. He'll try for the TP play, but the cookie is going to be there. It's a nice try, but unfortunately Grims doesn't look very much like Roshan at all, John.
Still going to be able to get a push off here in the bot tier tree. Cignal have to be in position to defend. This is their best shot. Their high ground's really nice, but look at GXR. They're just putting Mizu up front. They're not clumping up at all.
Why the hell not? He's a tanky boy. He's got the Aegis up, and he would have had Satanic. A Bing, though, does jump in. He should be able to get the Aegis, but KYXY buys enough time for the Strength Morph to start. Mizu is just going to survive. Going into the backside, he'll get Eris, and there goes Van. This is some really top-tier Tusk gameplay from KYXY this series, as they even found another. Jamesy trapped up in the Shards. He's going to try and just man-fight this one out. Laguna is there, but the Fate's Edict going to save the day. KYXY, he took no damage from the Laguna Blade coming. They'll be here soon.
Oh.
That'll mean Van does have to buy back.
Oh, Bing.
Yeah, he missed John. He missed. Alacrity is in onto the Lena now. They know they have nothing to worry about. That'll be Jamesy. The Shallow Grave will buy some time. He will try to run, but Alacrity is all over him. They'll get Jamesy again, and that might just be it. They are onto a Bing now. He's going to try and make his way back to the fountain, but KYXY won't even let him have that. He just won't let him have it. He'll block him out. There you go. There's the GG call.
Oh boy. It's not the cleanest coming out for the side of Cignal Ultra. And they try something different, which I appreciate. They open up with Dazzle Axe.